This week we are on our favorite road in Utah, Highway 12, the All-American Road. We have our sights set on one destination, a waterfall we had to skip the last time we were here.
Today we are just outside of Boulder, Utah, and I will throw that for Rudel. And we were looking for a place just off Highway 12 where we can camp and do this hike. And I'm really looking forward to this. We're gonna hike up to a waterfall, and we've been waiting to do this for a couple of years. We saw this last time we were in the area, and it was so packed full of people, we just decided to wait for another time. Now this time of year, when it's cold, it's winter, and we just drove through the parking lot yesterday, nobody there. This hike is gonna be awesome. So currently we're camping in the Dixie National Forest, and it's free. We're tucked away here in the juniper trees on the edge of a canyon, facing due west right towards the sunset. And I actually think we should have drove a little bit further down this road, but it was looking looking rough when we came in, so I decided not to. And I feel like I'm a little bit out of breath. And it could be because it's a little cold and we're at high elevation right now. But I'm definitely excited about this location and the view here and going for this hike. And I highly recommend Highway 12 in Utah if you haven't seen it already. It's a scenic byway. And there's a 100-mile stretch here that we've been on the last day or so. And there are so many things to do in this stretch of the highway. I think that we could plan like 2 or 3 years and see something new. Every time you go around the corner, you're like, oh my gosh, look at that. We need to explore that. But we just don't have the time to explore every single thing that we see. Which is cool also, because that means next year, year after, whenever, we can always come back and just check something new out. So Rudel's pretty darn smart, and he has learned our routine. Anytime we start packing the van, getting ready to do something, he gets his ball and he either hides his ball or he takes it away and sets down somewhere and does not want to go back to the van. So we kind of have to round him up and take him, coax him into going back to the van. No more ball, Rudel. Going inside. And this is not his favorite part because he just wants to stay here and play, but he is going to have a good time today. And we're about ready to go on a little adventure.
Come on, Rudel, come on. Get up on the bed, good boy.
And what's our big plans for today?
We're going to hike this hike that we wanted to do last year, but when we drove through, it was so busy that there was nowhere to even stop and park.
It's a little chilly, a little windy.
A little windy, it wasn't supposed to be as windy, and I don't know if there's going to be any sun in the canyon, so.
Yeah, but that also means no people, right? Or not as many.
Yes.
All right, well, let's go.
Okay. This is kind of a weird trailhead because you park out there, but then you walk through the campground by everybody's campsite.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year is not a big deal because nobody's camping, but if there was a lot of people camping here, all the hikers are going to walk right past you.
Yeah, and this area is very busy in the summertime.
Yeah.
But just a little ways up the road here is the trailhead to Calf Creek Falls.
Yeah.
All right, you ready, Rudolph? Let's go. Come on. Hey, come on, stay on the cactus.
There's a little mini arch up here. Oh, you can climb in behind it. That's pretty cool. Kind of feels like sandpaper. Maybe like 80 grit or so. Yeah, that's pretty cool. These are some of the tallest sagebrush I have ever seen. And that one there is like at least 10 feet tall, if not 12.
The sage tree.
It's a sage tree. And I've seen a lot of sagebrush, but none this size.
I really want to hike up there.
Up the little draw?
Little mini canyon.
Yeah, it is.
Come on, Rudolph. Did I go the wrong way?
Yep. It's a little side trail here and another cavern in the rock. Probably a decent place to cool down in the summer. Hopefully there's no snakes around or animals. That's a good little shelter. Definitely can hang way out in here, cool off, and stay out of a storm coming through. Even comes with your own porthole window. That's cool. Awesome.
I see a waterfall.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's taller than I thought.
lot of ice.
Yeah, I just think all those sheets of ice have just been falling off the side of this cliff.
They have ice and ferns.
Oh yeah, hey, some of the ferns are still green.
So it's extremely beautiful here, but extremely cold.
It is. There's
Woo!
icicles all around, and we just actually watched a big chunk of ice fall off the top of that waterfall down into the pool, break up in a bunch of little pieces and float away.
Yeah, it's time to go find some sun.
Yeah. We just rolled into this campsite here just as the sun is setting, and we've got the perfect angle. Wow, that's a good one. Terry's having a good time chasing this sunset right now. It's been a while since we've had a really good one like this. Rudolph's helping, of course. But look at that sky. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Love the colors, so intense. I really enjoyed staying here in the Dixie National Forest, but I think the real gem here is Highway 12.
Highway 12 is one of our favorite highways in Utah. There's so much to see.
It's like the highway that keeps on giving. Every time we come here, there's something different to see, and I feel like we can keep doing that for 10, 20 years to come.
Yeah, there's Losee Canyon, Red Canyon, Bryce Canyon National Park, Calf Creek. I don't even know what this canyon is called. You could hike this thing for days.
Absolutely gorgeous here. It's not overcrowded. I don't think the secret's really out yet, especially this time of year.
Well, in December. It's definitely out in the summertime.
Yeah.
In fact, a couple of years ago we came through, it was so busy we couldn't stop and do Calf Creek.
Yeah. So we're about 10 miles away from Calf Creek right now. If you do come and camp in this same location that we're in, I have noticed the road gets rougher as you go, and there's some big boulders, and you could actually risk taking out your oil pan or your transmission. So you have to definitely slow down, use some caution, and don't go any further than you feel comfortable.
This is a pretty nice spot for the summertime because it's at 7,000 feet.
Yeah.
Now we're supposed to be getting lower in elevation.
I know, and we keep hanging around 8,000 feet, but in the wintertime, I think it's about time we move a little further down.
It's time to head to Arizona. It's a little chilly out here right now.
Time to head down the hill.
We make a last-minute decision to move on as a winter storm is approaching, and we need to be over Boulder Mountain, which is just shy of 10,000 feet, before the winter storm hits.
This is where we are boondocking today, and we are just outside of Torrey, Utah. We're about a half mile down a dirt road just off Highway 24. We don't want to get too far off the main highway here. If we get a lot of snow, we could have a problem. But we're only 2 miles from town. We've got good cell reception. And this little free boondocking spot is a real gem here. I love all the big rocks and all the designs in them. Of course, I like the falling snow. But we are actually trying to head south here to a little bit warmer weather. And the snow is following us, which I like. Check out this rock right here. This is all Swiss cheesed up. Looks really neat.
What happened?
I didn't take my shoes off, but it is pretty hard to keep the van clean, especially when you don't take your shoes off.
And you have a dog.
And you have a dog who already laid tracks in here. And this is all red sand, and there's a little bit of snow on top of it, so it really sticks to your shoes. And next time I come in, I'm gonna make sure I take my shoes off, because it's gonna take me a few minutes just to clean this mess up.
So
but it is harder to stay clean in the wintertime.
It definitely is. So that purple blanket you're sitting on is a winter blanket. The red blanket that Rudol's on is a winter blanket. And look at this. Definitely harder to keep the van clean in the winter.
Yeah, so if we were gonna spend like 8 months in winter, I don't think it'd be doable. We can spend 2 months in winter, and then we're about maxed out. We're ready for a little break from the constant cleaning.
Yes, agreed.
Oh no.
I don't know if you're making it any better. Now we got a muddy mess.
Check the broom out. So I was using the broom to sweep snow off the solar panels and off the ground, and kind of like a shovel. And that's what happens. Rooms are made to shovel snow.
So it's half the size now?
Yeah, now it's more van sized. I wanted to give a big thank you to all of our subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get to that 20,000 mark. And a huge thank you to our patrons that are keeping us out here on the road and enjoying this lifestyle. So thank you very much.
Yep. So happy boondocking, and we'll see you next video.
If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron, or check out our new merchandise at advantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.